welcome. Peace and blessings. It's Mental Health Monday. um, and it's still freezing cold in Philadelphia. Uh, so this is a bittersweet moment right here. With the oldest one. It's leaving. She's leaving us today. No,
It's too early. It's too early.
it's too early. It is. What time is it? It is 9 o'clock in the morning. Peace and blessings. Welcome. It's Mental Health Monday. Make sure today on Mental Health Monday you are warm. Let's start there. You are warm on Mental Health Monday. I don't care if you give yourself a hug, give someone else a hug. Can I give you a hug, daughter?
Mom,
Can I give you a hug?
no, Mom, it's too early.
Why I can't give you a hug?
No, you get it like when I get out.
Hmm. It is a bittersweet moment. I can't stand when they're getting so older though, right? Like especially parents out here, it's that bittersweet moment of when your children go off to college, they get married, they move to other cities or states, they're going out to the clubs now, they're having their friends now. So parents, like, how does that make you feel? Because for me, it's a bittersweet moment, but I absolutely love it because it also shows me that the older that they're getting, that they can be independent, and, so just really having the conversations, when we're growing up and what we're doing with our lives and the monuments and things that we set for our families, So on this Mental Health Monday, I really truly encourage you to, let's see, what can I encourage you with today? I can encourage you to stay warm, give yourself love and someone else, and be a little bit easy on yourself. Be just a smidge easy on yourself. It's moments that when we need to be hard on ourselves, but then there is a lot of moments that we need to be kind to ourselves, right? So just sharing that moment of kindness. It is Mental Health Monday, so I am encouraging you all to, just be kind to yourself. It really takes a lot to be kind to yourself because you have you and everyone else, just gunning for you and whatever the case may be. So this Mental Health Monday, just be a little bit kind to yourself, hug yourself a little bit, tell yourself you mean something, you matter, and just have those bittersweet moments and talks with yourself. Because I know it's a bittersweet moment for me, you know just really listen. And this is the oldest one, so I don't really, it just bothers me, but then it really don't bother me. It bothers me for like 3 seconds. And then like the fourth second, it's just like, she's older now. She's 25. Thank goodness she don't have any children, so I'm not a grandmom yet.
I have a godchild.
She do have a godchild. What's the god baby name?
Zaza.
Zaza. Zaza. What was her whole name? I mean, her
I can't think of it right now.
well, we're gonna go with Zaza. Peace and blessings. Welcome. It's Mental Health Monday. Thank you so much for joining and coming on. What city, state, or country are you seeing this in? What is the weather like where you are? Because I know in Philly, honey, it is. I mean, Elsa is singing, child. She is breathing on my neck. Okay, so I do miss the South when it comes to the weather because this weather for me is not really great, especially when you have lost a significant amount of weight. It's not really the most greatest time for me. So I'm walking around with like 3, 4 pair of pants, 8 pairs of socks, and so not kidding. So this Mental Health Monday, hopefully you are staying warm, you are staying energetic, you are putting your best foot forward. There is something that I shared way early this morning to bring in Mental Health Monday was, being kind to yourself and speaking life within your purpose. We all have a destination to arrive to, and not being stuck, right? Not being stagnant, not being in that sunken place. So Mental Health Monday, I really truly am encouraging you to dust off your purpose, dust off your dreams, your goals, your vision, your artistic abilities, and be able to plunge right into there. Any pain that you've had, utilize that within your purpose, and your passion is in your pain, and your pain is in your purpose. So I'm really encouraging you this morning, just like we have the preachers out here in the world, or the imams out here, or the Pope out here, representing religion and way of life. Well, I do the same thing according to your goals, your visions, your dreams, your purpose, because when we all leave this world, right? You need to be able to leave something for people after you. And, after our ancestors, there were no one to really pass that book and really pass it on. So I always encourage you to pass that artistic ability on. Peace and blessings. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And just really it's Monday. It's Monday. Not only is it Monday, it's a new month. Thank you, Amazon. Whoop whoop. It's Cyber Monday. Okay, it's Cyber Monday. I didn't even pay attention to that because just being so focused, and just really making great content, and really just, as my client said, she says, when I leave this world, I don't want to be full. I want to be empty, and that just meant everything to me because a lot of times when we go to the gravesite, how many talents and goals are forgotten about, or didn't even know that they have, or just, it's so expensive at that, cemetery. So just being able to be fruitful and speak life into your purpose. All right. Peace and blessings. Manuel in the house. Manuel, I don't know what in the world you just said, Manuel. All I seen was the word horrible. Horrible persona. I don't know what that is. So if you would like to place it in English for me, that would be amazing. Okay. Say boca mano. Mano boca y... I can't get the last word. I can read in between the lines, but if you got something to say, you can say it to my face. Boom, there we go, right there. Are you a troller? Are you trolling early in the morning? Okay. We want to shout out Manuel. Manuel loves to be seen. We shout out our trollers because our trollers love to be seen. So if you are a troller, all right, Manuel, that's what you are, Manuel. You a troller early in the morning, huh? So hopefully you dust off your purpose and stop trolling, okay? And just really get into what you need to get into within your purpose. It's Mental Health Monday. And we are always sharing motivation and just things that help within your mental space, decluttering your mental space. And we're soon going to be talking about an episode, when it comes to mental health and artists. So we're really going to be really diving into the artistry and the mental health and suicide and the anxiety and the things that we deal with as artists. And, a lot of times, a lot of artists in the world are really, committing suicide due to not being able to alleviate the stress or declutter or even be able to be seen and heard. And I think that's one of the things that we don't do as people. We don't allow people to be seen or heard, but we don't also allow ourselves to be seen or heard. We don't give that opportunity to dive into the real issues. We worry about twerking, or we worry about, the latest trend, instead of really talking about what we don't necessarily talk about, but it's often going, unspoken about in our homes, and our family and our friends are being lost and severed into pieces. Listen, Manuel, if you want to come on here, Manuel, honey, you got to make sure you speak it in English, okay? I don't know what that is, or we're going to have to have a translator. You're gonna have to figure out how this is growth. You're gonna have to figure out how to type in English, okay? So listen, I read a few words, so I did a little growth, and I would love for you to do some as well. So just being able to be in that space to say, hey, I'm going through this. Phone a friend, and not just any friend, right? We always talk about we have these friends. Oh, that's my bestie. Oh, your bestie is the one planning for your downfall, okay? So just being able to be in that space to say, hey, I'm not feeling at my best today. You know, I need to be able to do this, or I'm not able to do these things. When you're not in that space, maybe not answering the phone if you're not able to give that person, their attention that they may need, or that lend the air. So just being able to do certain things within your well-being to help not only yourself but people that come in contact with you. Oftentimes we go through trauma, we go through drama, we go through loss, we go through so many things, and we're not even in a space to be able to say, hey, not today. This doesn't feel good. I don't like how this feel, and I'm not able to really express as much. However, all I know is this isn't working for me. So just being able to be in a space to share that with yourself and be honest with yourself. So learning how to declutter, whether if it's like ABCs, right? It's like you take the A and you're in a supermarket. So you take alphabets, right? You take A, you put the A in your cart. You take B, you put the B in your cart. You take C, you put C in your cart. But now you all the way down to Z, and you like, oh my gosh, so much clutter, so much. Now you got to take it back out. I'm gonna take A back out the cart. I'm gonna take B out the cart. But A needs to go here. One thing I've learned about being in the shelter, Miss Tabitha had shared, they would come to the home, they would check to see our housekeeping, to see if we were up to our housekeeping, keeping our homes clean. And one of the things Miss Tabitha shared with me was learning how everything has a place, right? You have mayo. Once you open the mayo, you put it in the refrigerator. Once you open the ketchup, you put it in the refrigerator. But now you have black pepper. You making your chicken or your fish, and now you use black pepper. You put the black pepper back in the seasoning cabinet. So learning how to declutter one moment at a time really helps out a lot when it comes to anxiety, when it comes to depression, when it comes to really not being able to speak how you feel. And all I know is me having children, the older that I got, or the older that I'm getting, I'm learning how to, especially with the youngest one, when she's going through something, to be able to speak how she feels, and to be able to know that she's in a safe space to speak. Hey, this is how I feel, or this is not, I don't know how I feel yet, but mom, I want to be able to share this, and I think those things are important because you have to learn how to have a safe space when feeling how you feel and be able to phone the right friend. You know, you look at China. What was Mrs. Doubtfire? What was his name?
Oh,
Off of Mrs. Doubtfire.
Robin.
Robin. Was it? It wasn't Robin Williams, was it? Robin Williams. Think it might have been Robin Williams, if I'm not mistaken. Where he was such this great actor, such a great actor, great comedian, great so many things, but really taking your own life and not being able to, share how you're feeling or be able to utilize your goals, your gifts, and utilize them. So if you paint, go paint. If you draw, go draw. Dust off your purpose, dust off where you could be going towards, and oftentimes we go through anxiety and depression because we just don't have the right outlet. We don't have the right voice to say, hey, this is what I am going through. So it is very important to show, your children that you're able to go through things and come out of those things and be able to, because your kids look to see what you're doing. I don't care how old your children get, you look to see what your parents was doing. Whether if you was like, you know what, when I have kids, I'm going to do this, or when, I'm not going to do these things. Because oftentimes with my sister and I, when we were growing up, we would get beatings, right? And I used to tell my sister, like, girl, when I had kids, I ain't gonna beat my kids, this, that, and the third. And I had my kids and I started beating them. And then when I started realizing, like, nah, you didn't like when you got this. Why are you doing this to them? Let's sit and talk about these things, you know. Let's talk about how you feel, your fear, or, you know, what you're experiencing. You know, so my children were able to come to me and say, hey, mom, I like this boy. Or, mom, you know, I'm feeling this type of way. Or, you know what? I want to go to cooking school, or I want to be this, or I want to do that. Or, mom, this is the way that I want my religion to be. Or, I don't want to go to church. Or, I gave my children that option, whether if they loved it or not. It really gave the opportunity for them to have choices and for them to say, you know what, I don't like that. I want this. You know, when I would take them to McDonald's, back when McDonald's was real food, okay, back in the day, I would have my daughters order, and they'd be like, they be like, can I have a chicken nugget? I'm like, girl, she can't hear you. Like, speak up. What kind do you want? Do you want cheeseburger? Do you want nuggets? What kind of sauce do you want? And I gave my children the opportunity to have a voice and to understand what their voice means. So being able to declutter and being able to speak and be able to have an outlet and voice, you know, is a very powerful thing. You know, so I really encourage you this morning on Mental Health Monday to declutter and figure it out what you want in your purpose and figure out what your purpose is. Because sometimes we can waste too much time on things that don't even concern us, you know, and then it's like the real things really get, you know, pushed underneath the rug. So on Mental Health Monday, just listen, pull out that book, pull out your to do list, get you a fresh pen, warm up that ink, and write it down. Write down your goals. Write down where you want to see yourself. Write down, okay, if I want to be a doctor today, right? What are the criteria that I would need to become this doctor, right? I need to be able to go to school. I need to be able to, you know, maybe have friends that are in that space so I know what to do. And so on this day, a queen just encouraging you, baby. A little help goes a long, long way. You know, Mondays don't always have to be a drag. You know, everybody like, it's Monday. Nah, you should be like, oh my gosh, it's Monday. What am I going to do today to get me a little bit closer to where I really want to be? You know, I don't care what people think about me when it comes to me grinding in this lifestyle. Listen, I am grinding for my legacy, what I am leaving behind. I am leaving behind children. I am leaving behind my husband. I am leaving behind my mother, my father, my sister, my nieces, my nephews. And if you are that chosen one, sometimes you have to really make sacrifices and really make that opportunity available because there aren't always opportunities available depending on where you live at, depending on what level of education you have, depending on, you know, what you have going on or what your previous life was that may have set you far back, you know. So sometimes we got to work a little bit harder to be able to get what we absolutely need, you know. So there's times I miss out on parties. There are times when I miss out on events. There are times when I miss out on certain things because only thing I ever can think about is when my last breath, will my children be okay? Will my family be okay? You know, so Mental Health Monday, declutter some. We're not going to get it perfect. We're humans. We're not going to get it perfect. But being able to declutter, being able to pick up a book, read a book, read, you know, find out what you really love, find out what you're good at, and become greater in it. You know, so I just share that with you all this Mental Health Monday. Don't forget, check out the media moments. Check out what we have going on. Remember, Talking Tuesday is tomorrow morning from 7 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. with our Atlanta co-host. All right, we are going to be doing the discussion on Kiki Palmer and Club Shay Shay, and I think it's like an hour and some odd. So we will be doing this in parts. We will do this in parts. So part one, part two, part three, until we are finished. So if you would love to jump on to you and be a live guest. That you way you can come on video and just really be a part of it and chime in. You can do that, as well as if you would love to just be an audience member and just be really in the comments. You know your hair is not done. You like, I'm at work, but I really just want to be a part of it. Email us at queenjuicyshake00@gmail.com. Again, it's queenjuicyshake00@gmail.com. Don't forget my E and juicy, okay, baby? Please don't. It's Juicey. I am not Juicy, okay? And that is a play on word, and that is purposeful. And remember that E stands for extraordinary. Because they be like, Queen, you so extra. We can't take you nowhere. You gotta do this. You gotta do that. Oh my God, you just always extra. Well, now I am extra ordinary, extremely ordinary, all right? Extraordinary. So remember, today, Mental Health Monday, declutter some things that are in your mind, your heart, and in your body. Get out your talents, whether if it's singing, dancing, drawing, whether if it's cooking, doing hairstyles, you want to do the latest hairstyle, you want to practice on something, even if you want to be a vet, so take those things out. If you would love to phone a friend, phone a good friend. If you are thinking about suicide, please don't. We need you. We really need you. We really need what you have. What you have makes such a difference in this world. And you can always phone Sugar Shop. Oh man, I'm gonna make sure I get the information real quick. Can you uh real quick, can you Google the suicide hotline number real quick? I just don't want to say the wrong number. um because I have another number in my head, because when I call T-Mobile, so I got 611 in my head, and it's definitely not that. So I don't know if it's 999 or 899 or something like that. um
988.
Thank you, 988. All right. So if you do think about suicide, please don't. Dial 988. All right. Phone a friend, talk with someone, and don't just talk to anybody. Talk to someone who has of great value, someone that you look up to, someone that you see in their life that you're like, you know what? I really think what you have is something that really helps me grow. So it's Mental Health Monday. Again, make sure you are getting that time that you need, dusting off your purpose, take a walk, phone a friend. Annika, Valerie in the house. Yeah, yeah. Welcome, welcome. Peace and blessings. Thank you so much for joining. It's Mental Health Monday, right? So make sure you dust your purpose off, okay? We all have a purpose. We all have somewhere that we need to be. Listen, our ancestors left this world for us to do something with it, all right? Pass that on. If you are the chosen one, go ahead and do what you have to do for your family and your friends. I work effortlessly, no matter if I'm working at my job, no matter if I'm on here with you all, no matter if I'm doing shirts with hubby, no matter if we are out here motivating. I'm constantly working morning, noon, and night, because when I leave this earth, like my client said, I want to be empty. Okay, I'm not taking all this to the grave. I refuse to, and then it'll just be pointless of my life, of my existence, and that'll be a pointless of my parents to even have had me, right? So really, on this opportunity, on this day, take it. If you declutter your mind one at a time. It's not rocket science, but it's not also something that it's so easy. Something my dad always say all the time: if it's easy, everyone would do it, right? Oh, thank you. Said it always makes your day when I sing. Oh, thank you. So I'm just learning how to really, bust out in that area and really just get all my talent. And sometimes in life we allow people, places, and things to really stop us, or our circumstances. And it was that one man when I was a teenager. I walked into that studio and he told me I cannot sing. He told me I sound like a ran over cat, and it really did. It really did a lot to my self-esteem when it came to singing. So the more that I sing every single day, it just makes me so happy, and I'm just really learning how to find that balance. And like I share, I do come from a musical background, a musical family. So just the more that I'm doing it, I'm just really doing it in front of you guys to show you guys, like, no matter what people say, you really can do something if you really want to. And as my mama always say, you want something so bad, you gotta taste it, okay? And I taste it every single day. I taste everything that I do. And like I said, I was not cool with what I am doing because I had a plan for me for something else. And so me just learning how to 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 share my purpose and to be powerful with it. It takes a lot of growth. It takes a lot of being able to stand up on your own and say, you know what, I'm gonna do it anyway. So like I share, you got a purpose. Everybody got a purpose. You just got to find out what it is. And you can't let nobody stop you from that. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your kids, your daughter, your husband, whomever, your wife. You got something out here to give someone, because when you leave, that's it. You can't get another one. Like, oh, my bad, my bad, my bad. You really want me to be serious this time? Like, nah, you got to really do it. So the more I do it, the more I'm doing this every single day, and you guys give me the opportunity, because now I have over 1,000 subscribers, over 15 now, where a few months ago I literally had like three. I went from 300 to 600 within a month, and then like a few days later from like 600 to 900 to up. And now I have a responsibility out in the social media world to be able to give great content. You good, Dad, on this side? To give great content, because again, when I leave this world, what I go through, what we go through in life is not for us. It may feel like it's for us, it may hurt, it may go through all the life's extremities, right? But it's not for us. It's for someone that we're going to meet, someone that we need to be able to get through, to be able to say, you know what, I made it through this. I made it through with bumps and scars and bruises, but I made it through to show you that, you know what, throughout all of this, I can still be that lotus flower, come through all the mud and the soot and the dirt, and be able to grow through it. And listen, my life was never easy, okay? From the beginning of the time, my life was never easy. However, it was something that I had to experience to be able to share with you all. Oh, thank you. Oh, you called me madame. I love it. Oh, thank you. I am such a delight. You are as well. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Don't forget, Talking Tuesday is coming up from 7 a.m. to 7:30. I think I said it right. 7 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. Where our Atlanta co-hosts, we will be talking about the up and coming podcast that they have going on YouTube. It's with Club Shay Shay and Kiki Palmer. We're going to be talking about her background. She comes from a Christian background, how her parents basically uprooted their lifestyle to give her this life for her to be who she is today. I think that it's very important to talk about honing in on your children's gifts, being able to flourish them more, because when they get older, they're not going to know who they are. And it's like, dang, you done wasted what, 20, 30, 40, 50, some 70 years, some never get it. And it's just like, dang, why couldn't I be great like this person? And it's like, you can be, and you are, but now we have to have those people that bring it out of us. And that can be your mom, it could be your father, it may not even be a related family member, it may be a coach or a teacher. Because a lot of times, like, mine was my family, but mine was more so people that I didn't know. No matter where I was traveling, they'd be like, yo, are you a motivational speaker? And I'd be like, I mean, maybe. They be like, are you a singer? No, I don't sing. And then now it's like, even at work, a lady, I wasn't even singing, a lady heard me talking, and she says, you're a singer, aren't you? I was like, huh? But when you're musically inclined, you can hear that. So I can hear when people can sing. I can hear if they got a radio voice. I can see their purpose. All the time people would tell me mine, and I never really believed it because I wasn't in that growth space to receive it and accept it. But now I accept it. Give me that. Give me all what I was sitting up here saying I didn't want, but I know I need it. It's like vegetables. We all need these vegetables, but it's like, ew, green vegetables, kids. They be like, ew, they got broccoli, but those broccoli, that carrot, those are the things that have our vitamins and our minerals in it to be able to be successful and fruitful, and it's not just all about go to school, get a education. It's also about knowledge, what we aren't taught, and it's also about our skills and what we have not honed into, and being able to hone in on it. So like with our youngest one, with Linda Marsha Keisha, as y'all know her by, you know she's going through the process of finding out who she is and what she's great at doing. So I will always tell her, listen, get out that book, get it out, get the pen out, get the paper out, get something out. Or do you sing, what it is that you do, so what you do good, you can get better in it. Yes, I would love for you to make it. If you would love to, email me at queenjuicyshake00@gmail.com. That way I can send you the link. Because it's not a link that I can be like, oh, go to www. It's a free link that was set up through the software that I use. And that software is what puts me onto the other platforms like Apple Podcasts and Amazon Music and iHeartRadio. So to be able to just not be local, oftentimes we play ourselves small. I used to always play myself small, and I didn't realize what it was doing to me. And it was actually, you know, I don't want to say demolishing me, diminishing me. It was dismantling me. I don't even know the word. It was there we go. It was doing me a disservice on my gifts and my talents, because what we have, again, is not for us. We are just the ones that go through it, but it's really for other people. So on this Mental Health Monday, I'm sharing with you all, I'm encouraging you all to declutter something. I don't care if it's one thing. You may got 40 things to declutter. Don't look at it like that. Just look at maybe two things to declutter today, right? And just work on those two things. And then maybe tomorrow I'll work on another one. And then if you are able to be granted the opportunity in life to live it again, then go ahead and ask yourself, was this my best today? Or am I able to give more? So, Queen can talk all the time. That's what I got the podcast for, right? I used to always get in trouble for talking. You talk too much. Dad, what you used to say, your mouth gonna get you in trouble. And I used to get sent home notes. Your daughter talks too much. And now I got a podcast, and I love it. Absolutely love it. So we have Mental Health Monday or Motivational Monday. We have Talking Tuesday that's our co-host, our Atlanta co-host, and that's JSM and Yams with Z's. We also have Wellness Wednesday with our A cousins. A stands for artist, I stands for inventor, and double EE stands for engineers and entrepreneurs, where we always do that 1 hour direct 411 interview on the who, what, when, where, why, and how they got started, and how you too can support what they have. It might be you. You might be the one in the A corner. You might be the one sitting in those pink velvet chairs or on video, to be able to share with the world that, hey, like Kiki Palmer, this is what I've been doing. I became a millionaire at 12, or I was in, the movie business and being a star at like 8 years old. Like I remember I went to TV 12 and sung on TV 12 in front of so many people and was so scared. Although I didn't win, however, I won more things in life because I was learning how to tell my story, and even then at a young age. So if you have children, hone in on their gift, find out what they're really great at, and nourish that for them and flourish it, help them water it, because they're the ones looking to you for that guidance. And they won't be looking 50, 60 years old like, oh my God, who am I? I don't know who I am. I spent my whole life looking for me. And that was me. I spent my whole life just looking for me and looking for what I was really good in and what I was really great in. And I had all this hype energy. I didn't know what was going on. And I needed to know, how can I do this thing called life? So being able to share that with you and share those, those responsibilities. Because we have a responsibility as people. And most times we forget that. So this Mental Health Monday, make sure you declutter your mind, your heart, and your soul. Then we also have on Wellness Wednesday not only our AIM cousins, okay, we also have the 4 things to know about a person, place, or thing. All right, something that you may not really know too much about. It may be something in your area, or it may be something, far away that you're like, oh, I'm really interested in this, and I'm going to plan to go ahead and get these things together. Then we have Fire Thursday. Fire Thursday is when we always share that detail and that up close and personal bird's eye view on how I lost 137 pounds and just what that fat did to me mentally, emotionally, spiritually, sexually, financially. It was very expensive on so many other levels, not just, I'm just going to eat, 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 and being able to just keep that committed goal to myself and others who are going through that, and a lot of times, a lot of the world is really over, obese. And I was declared at that time morbid obese. So I always share my story on that and keep my connection to that. Then now we have Fantastic Friday, where we do our yummy, oh, yuckmo restaurant edition reviews, where we go into these restaurants and we share their menu, and we immerse with their food and their sauces and their products to see, is it really what it is, or are we looking at that McDonald's burger on the menu and then getting a little White Castle burger, So just being able to say, is it yummy or yuckmo? And being able to connect with entrepreneurs, and business owners who really have businesses out here. Because although I lost weight, honey, I'm still a fat girl inside, okay? I still love food, okay? I just now know how to prioritize it a certain way now, because I want to eat like a few chips and not look like the potato chip factory. I don't want to look like hers, okay? I just want to taste a few. So we also have that. Then we also have our car Spazz'n with, our hubby Poke Greedy. Him and I, we just bang out in the car. We just talk about goofy things. You will also hear him. He comes on at the beginning of our podcast on iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts. I think I say Apple Podcasts twice, but whatever. And is he's actually doing an impersonation of Bernie Mac, which he does a really, really great impersonation. So check that out. Then we got Linda Marsha Keisha, girl. That's the youngest one, where she really, it's our parenting while podcasting. And, when life gets to whatever, and we still have to do our job regardless if we have children or whatever we may have going on in our lives, and it does not stop because circumstances happen, right? So I still want to be able to commit what I state that I'm going to commit as being a parent and as being in the content world, because it really is hard balancing both. And most times I'm not at my best if I have not given my best as a artist, because everything I do is for my children. It may not seem like it to them one way or another, because they're not really seeing like, ooh, we got 8 cars, we got 22 houses, we got the key to the city. But what they don't see is, again, like I shared early this morning, no one seen Jay-Z when he was grinding, right? No one seen Mr. Amazon, Mr. Bozo. How you say his name, Dad? Bezos. Bezos. I always call him Mr. Amazon. You know, no one seen when he was in that garage grinding morning, noon, and night, and everyone talks smack about him. And now they be like, Alexa, how do you get to such and such? So to really be in an as an artist, you really got to know what it is to grind. Roman, when it comes to noodles, ramen noodles, and maybe having to be on someone's couch, or you got to really learn that opportunity, because only in that's where you find your real music at, and you find your real talent at, and you find your real skills at under pressure. And there's certain pressures that I can deal with, and then there's certain pressures I'm like, I'm still not great at this pressure. So there's a lot of pressures where I'm really, really great at, and learning how to immerse through them and push through, because it's not the easiest having dyslexia. It's not easy, seeing the words jump back and forth. It's not easy having speech impediment, or stuttering, or not being able to really fully form the sentence or the punctuations that you need, and you are the one telling the story, and you are the one everyone's looking to and looking for. So it's not easy getting up in front of a crowd like you all. So again, be kind to yourself, and go out here and do it. You got one time to really do this. And so just really just sharing with you all the opportunity that you all can have, just one by decluttering. It's not the easiest, okay? You really got to be honest with yourself, whether if it's about your decision making, whether if it's about the follow-up, what you're not doing right. Just being honest to yourself helps and goes a long way. And that's one of the things on how I was able to lose the weight, because I just had to be honest with myself. You sleep with you for the rest of your life. You with you for the rest of your life. Everyone else is an addition to be a part of you, vice versa. So if you don't like your own company, and if you can't really deal with the real you, why would you think someone else want to deal with the real you? So on this Mental Health Monday, 1 second at a time, one moment at a time, declutter something that's been bugging you, something that you have not been doing, something that you need to do a little bit more of. My thing was saving. It was so hard for me to get the whole saving thing down and get the financial backing. And I'm not there yet, honey, but I done came a long, long way. Because, listen, it takes a lot to really parent you and adult you, because we are nothing but oversized, grown adult children, okay? What you did when you was 5, you doing at 55. You just got good at it, all right? That's all that is. So just learning how to put some up away. So now I got a few different savings and a few cans and a few different things to be able to, like, you know what? I feel good about this. Where we at, Dad?
No, no, I'm going to that pretzel factory.
Oh, we getting pretzels? You getting us
No,
pretzels?
I want to go to the pretzel factory.
You gonna get us pretzels too?
I want to go to pretzel factory.
Yeah.
I just,
Can I get the one with the cup with the cheese?
I was just getting pretzels.
So I can't get the cheese.
No,
I
you
was
just
just
getting
getting
pretzels.
pretzels. I'm not trying to be smart. I was just trying to get pretzels.
Sucks. I want cheese.
Be right back.
Anyhow, so being able to be in that space helps out a lot. So I can't get my cheese cup. But you just gotta ask sometimes in life. So but yeah, so it's Mental Health Monday. Again, like I said, make sure you declutter some space and just declutter some time. Be kind to yourself and tell someone you love them, and tell yourself you love you as well. Because again, it's hard out here being a
Is
human.
there a problem? Like, you looking?
Yeah, all my kids be about it, like every last one of them. Ah. So yeah, that's really it. That's all I really wanted to say on Mental Health Monday. I ain't really want to take too much of your time. Just really wanted to just spiritually pour out. And once I spiritually pour out, that really is it for me for the day. So I'm going to get back to posting. And I think I went over all the episodes. We also have some new artists that we are interviewing. So excited. It will air on Christmas. I don't know if you guys seen the holiday video, so check the holiday video out. We have a published author. We have a restaurant business owner. We also have a phlebotomist. She has her own medical company, as well as we also will be interviewing a massage therapist, and she will be talking about the different healing properties and purposes you guys can do. So hopefully, not only are you subscribed on our YouTube channel, but you are also subscribed on our Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and anywhere where you get your podcasts. All right. And this Wellness Wednesday, we will be going over the analytics of all our platforms and just shouting out, especially like we are really big now in Indonesia. We are also really big and popular in Brazil, even Mexico. Okay. So I just want to always share with you the percentages. Atlanta is a big supporter of us. Philadelphia, they support, but it's more, in other places as well. So we want to share the traffic. We're going to share the women. It's a lot of women. I believe on one platform it's 48% women, and then it's like 50%, I believe, men, it says. But then on the other one, it switches and it's like 67%. And so we're going to get into the numbers. We're going to get into how you guys can support more. We, again, like I said, if you are an artist, inventor, engineer, and or entrepreneur, and you would love your interview, just hit a queen up. All right, at the email queenjuicyshake00@gmail.com. And again, it's Mental Health Monday, so make sure you're doing something really great for your mental health today, whether if it's painting, drawing, dusting off your purpose, and just really get in that space and really get into your purpose before your last breath. All right, I love you all. It's Mental Health Monday. Don't forget, check out the shorts, the reels, check out the long videos, even the lives. And don't forget, with hubby and our hoodies, I
You want
just
to
work
some
here.
nine day? Huh?
Ah! How many grandkids you got? He couldn't even say the name.
Hey, that's not my dad. Here we go. Bless the Father God in Jesus' name. Bless this food we're about to receive in Jesus' name. Amen. 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 Continue to give us traveling mercies, oh God. Thank you. Amen. Amen. Amen.
Was y'all ever the kid? Did y'all go to church? If was y'all ever one of the kids when they be like bow your heads and you be sitting up there still looking at everybody and you be playing around? That was me. I used to get in trouble in church. I used to sit in the front row and get in trouble. Anyway, I got my cheese and my bread.
Sorry,
So.
Raleigh. You want to wait till you get home.
All right, guys. I love you all so much. Thank you for joining the QJS show, formerly known as the Queen Juicy Shake Show, where we're always discovering and rediscovering a personal connection to oneself, and others are encouraged, inspired, and motivated on a daily. As we love to say here at number 4, freshblend.irish, get green, get going. Peace, love, and always Ashayam. And number 4, freshblend.irish is named after my children, my family. And again, do what you gotta do. It's your time. It's no time like now. All right.
The price went up on something today.
I love you all. Ashayam. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out all the channels. All right. I gotta go because
I can't say it again.
I got some cheese.
Even after Phillies won,
I got some cheese and bread. So
I'm at the Eagles.
Ashayam. I love you all. Sending you love,
Wait,
light,
but
heat,
go up
and
again.
Because
energy
during
on
our
your
game
day.
days,
Ashayam.
they can't, like, on the actual game day, they'll cancel the